Hi guys, it's your boy Alano B, the billionaire. I know you guys are doing good, and it's time to just review how far and how we are doing. It's now almost, let's say, it's going to a month with complicated situations that are happening around, and some of the things that we are doing, just to keep going and to keep doing what we love. So today is Friday. I think it's 2nd. Yes, somehow you might even forget the dates because of what's happening. So today, I just want to see, I'm reading this book, The Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And the first edition of this book came out 1997. You can imagine. And the book is still, the words inside looks like they were written yesterday. People may not, if you have read this book, if you keep reading it, the more you read it, the better you become. And there are more secrets hidden in this book. For the first time you might read it, you might not well get the aspect of the book. You'll just understand how the process of investing, becoming rich. But when you reread it, now you come to understand the flow, the process of the book. And I think this is my 3rd time I'm reading this book. The first and second time I read this book, honestly, if you asked me anything about it, I couldn't even remember it. Right now I'm on the which chapter? I'm on the 5th chapter. The rich invent money. And true is that why the rich continue being rich and why the poor continue being poor is that people don't know what are assets. People don't understand what are liabilities. In Africa, many people think that maybe owning a car is somehow being rich. Having your own home is rich. Yes, you have your own home, but some of you guys, or some of us, maybe we have our own homes, but we are not enjoying the comfort of that homes. That's why even when the government is locking down, we fear because the home is not generating money for us. It's just a structure where we live in, where we come and sleep. In fact, we don't even spend more hours in our homes or in our houses. But think about it, if your house or your home was generating money for you, maybe you could have built it, rent it to other people, then get something. And I'll say, when KIYOSAKI was writing this book, he was thinking like 100 years in front of everybody. How did he come to learn those facts? They look so simple, so tiny, so minute, but honestly, writing this book, I'll just say he's a genius. Assets and liabilities, they still apply to date, and they will never go out. They will continue being there, and people will continue buying assets, and we shall have those who will be buying liabilities, thinking they are assets. And that's what the middle class do. We own expensive things, expensive cars, but when we are handled with a situation that needs us to sell our assets so that we can recover what we do, we realize that we are even selling the lower price that we got the items. But we don't know, we don't question. Do we question? They're so simple that when he connects the dots between generating income, how to get assets that will get you money, and the rich, they only concentrate on assets. The assets are what generates money for them. The rich don't work. You see, let's say the guys who work, what we do is we work, then once end of the month, we get paid. When we get paid, what do? The government tax us before even getting our own money. You see the 16%, it's already taxed. Then after taxing, let's say we come and pay rents, we come get fuel for our cars, we get budget for our food, then we end up getting, like, we remain with a little money to spend for our maybe leisure time. But look at this this way, the rich. First, what they do, they get assets. These assets now generates money for them. Not them working for money, but the assets they have is generating money for them. And this one makes their, even they give them more freedom, so that what they do, they concentrate on acquiring more assets. But you know, all this also includes personal discipline. If you're not disciplined enough to save money to get an asset, you won't be in a position to grow your asset portfolio. You'll just be concentrating on things that maybe doesn't matter, but you never know. And this one, it gives us a challenge, as like in this quarantine time. What are we doing? Are we learning? Are we improving ourselves? Do we know what we are acquiring? Because at the moment we are not spending so much. Many people, many financial advisors have told us not to spend so much. Spend little, so that whatever you have, it will carry forward for another 2 to 3 months. So, as you spend little, where is your time going? Now, time, you have also to ration your time, because if you are not improving yourself, then when we are out of this crisis, you will go back to the same old person you were. And with this, you will continue complaining. In fact, I wonder why people are complaining, so that this thing come to normal. Yes, I want it to be normal, but has it changed your life? Because some of the people they will just continue with their normal life. Nothing has changed. And this has to be a challenge. This has to be a challenge. Keep reading. Just invest. In Kenya, this book only costs, okay, 500. 500 for knowledge. Some people spend a lot of money on other things I don't want to mention, so that I don't feel like being judged or judging some people. But for sure, this is the only time you can evaluate, think, improve yourself. Those ideas that you have, do a strategy for them. Those anything, those investments you want to do a strategy for them. Don't rush for stocks, shares, when you don't even understand the game, because the game will always be rough if you don't understand it. People will play it rough on you. You will lose a lot of money, but when you get the concept, you enjoy it. You just play like another players. Just give the pass, and in giving the pass, it means just partner with the people who understand. Once you partner with these guys, they will give you the humble time. Research will be done by them. You will be only having the easy time. But when you play it safe, then you want to go in a hard way, it won't be easy for you guys. So guys, as we continue with quarantining, my prayer is that let's come out better people, more resilient, because people who face hard situations, they come out stronger. So let's come out the strongest. People who can solve problems, ability to expand. Today I just read a quote from one of Grant's, I think is his assistant. He said, contraction disciplines the undisciplined. Like when you are put together, you are pressed, you get disciplined because you are not disciplined. So thank you guys. It's your boy Alano Be The Billionaire. Please don't forget to subscribe, share and like. You know what? it's time to evaluate ourselves. So as you do your personal things, please also remember to subscribe. Subscribe. So boy Alano B, the billionaire.